my beautiful friends, welcome back to my channel, or if it is your first time here, my name is Melissa, or Missa, welcome. I'm a 32-year-old beauty lover from Scotland. Don't think I have anything more to say. Today we're sponsored by Monster, not really at all, but I like to say it. Anyway, as you can see with the title, today we're playing with the new Huda Pretty Grunge collection. I got sent this in PR maybe like 2 weeks ago. I didn't film at all last week though, I'm bad, I know. But we're back today with the collection. I asked my members of my channel what they would want to see first, this or like a full face of first impressions, and they voted for this, as you can see. So yeah, we are going to swatch the entire collection. I'm going to do this look here that's on my face, and then I'm going to discuss at the end if I think the collection is good or part of it's good, or what you should spend your hard-earned money on if you care for my opinion. So let's jump into the swatches, because that is the most fun part. I have a really bad lisp today, I do apologise. It happens when I'm tired and when I'm not feeling very well. I don't know why, but it happens. So if you're noticing that, I do apologise. So in the collection, there was a lip set, which is a black liquid lipstick and a lip gloss. And then there was, that is an eye pencil, a lip liner. I think this came on its own. So this is black, this is in the shade Nocturnal. I'll just swatch the lip stuff on my hand here. So lip pencil, very black. Very nice. I don't think I have a black lip liner. I always just use an eyeliner. And then the liquid lipstick is called Ex-Wife. Oh my goodness, that's so funny. I'm going to be an ex-wife soon and I cannot wait. Pure black liquid lipstick. I actually didn't use it today, I just used the lip liner. And then the gloss, which I did use, is called Goth Gloss, and this is one of my favourite things I've ever seen in my life. It is a pale grey lip gloss. It is fantastic. I've never really seen this colour before in a lip gloss. Personally, I don't have it anyway, so I'm really excited by this, and I can see it looking stunning over so many of my like cool toned nude lipsticks. I'm so excited by it. I am obviously wearing it right now, and it is like grungy glam fun. I like it. Then there is the Creamy Coal eye pencil. Personally for me, these aren't worth the money, like how much they cost. They are really nice, they do stay on really long. It's a nice black eyeliner, but just get Rimmel Scandalise. It's just as good on like $6.99, whereas this is like £20 or something. And then there is the Pretty Grunge blush gloss in the shade Punk Pink. I can't speak. When I first saw this in pictures, I thought it was a highlighter, but it is a gloss, blush gloss, I don't know. It's like a pH one, so it looks weird in the pan and like silvery, but when you swatch it, it just goes, on me anyway, it goes like bright pink. I put it on my face at one point in this video. I'm not wearing it currently. It's kind of insane how pink it comes out on me. It's a very pretty colour. It's just very bold, and I wasn't quite expecting that from this. But as you can see, it's a very pretty pink colour. I think I just need to get used to the formula, because I don't think I've ever used anything quite like it before really, and it's kind of weird texture and feeling. But yeah, that is the blush gloss. These are really hard words for me to say when I'm struggling with my lisp. But then the piece de resistance of the entire collection is obviously the palette, the Pretty Grunge palette. This is the packaging. This is what it looks like on the inside. Mine is heavily used and abused already. As you can see, like I should have maybe given it a wipe before we see. It already looks better. This is the palette, traditional big Huda palette. I love her big palettes. The Mercury Retrograde still has a huge place in my heart. I love it. I still have it in my collection. Heaps of warm tones, some cool tones. This is a cream down here. Interesting shimmer textures, some marbled ones that I'm not the biggest fan of, but the colours are actually quite pretty. But yeah, let's jump into swatching it, and I'll shut up because that is obviously the most fun we can have with our clothes on. I can't adjust this. I'm just gonna swatch down my arm here and we'll just go side to side. I think I'll probably need to do this in 2 batches. I'll try and fit it all in one, but I don't think I will manage. So first of all, we have Liberty. Huda's palettes always have like peaches and purples in them. Even if it's this, a grunge palette, it's gonna have purples and peaches. Then we have Heroine. I'm trying to do them really close together so that I get it all in one arm. A really lovely, very light transitional shade. This shade is going to be perfect for my brown smoky eyes. This is called Avant-Garde, which is a deep brown, perfect shimmer. Like honestly, brown smoky eye heaven. Then we have Renegade, and this does not swatch very well. This is a black. When I first swatched this palette, I was not that impressed by this, but it goes on the eye really, really well, so there's no issues. Then we have the shade Brave, which is definitely a mauvey purple. She can't help herself, and honestly, I don't really mind because I love purples on my eyes and in my makeup looks, so I don't mind. Then we have Beauty Chaos. That is a weird name for an eyeshadow. Stunning purple. Like, oh, she always puts this shade in her palettes and I don't care. I think it's gorgeous. It's just the most perfect mauvey purple. Then we have Rise Up, which is quite boring in the pan. It is a life-changing eyeshadow. This is my favourite colour, I think, in the whole palette, bar one of the shimmers that I'm going to show you. On my skin tone, I don't know what it's just, it makes me happy. Then we have Stand Up, which is a lovely pale shimmer. I actually put a tiny bit of this underneath my eyes, but I don't think you can really see it. Gorgeous. Then a marbled shade, which I don't actually think I've swatched. There we go. It's kind of like a gunmetal. This is called Strong AF. Ooh. It's kind of like a gunmetal purple. That's actually quite a cool colour. I don't mind that. Then we have Nirvana, which is a deep matte purple. I'm halfway through the palette and I feel like I'm halfway down my arm, so we might be okay. Another one that is like marbled and speckled in the pan. It's called Haphazard. Thankfully, it just comes out this stunning purple colour. I actually did use a little bit of this today, like to blend out the shimmer on my lid. I think it's really pretty. It's got like a reflect of like red pink in it when it catches the light. It's a really interesting purple. Another purple, we have Fearless. Then again, I was told in my Cosmic Brushes Gothic palette video that this purple is a very gothic, grungy tone, so I can see why she put lots in here. Then we have Hope, which is a lovely, perfect, dark matte brown. Oh, my swatches are not the best today, but I don't feel good. Then we have Love Anarchy, which is like a pale taupey kind of biscuity colour. That's quite nice. I didn't actually use that today. Okay, Maverick. We're moving on to the two shimmers that I think are the most stunning things I've ever seen in my life. This is like a champagne-y silver, just a stunning colour. Sit on my face. And then the most beautiful colour in the whole palette. It's called Rebel, which kind of looks like Maverick on my finger, but it is far more textured. It has like glitters in it. It feels wetter and it has like 1,000 reflects of different colours in it. It's so stunning. This is actually my first time swatching the whole palette. Usually I've swatched the whole palette before I sit down and play with it. Then we have Freedom. That's quite a pink toned, pale neutral blending shade. And then last up we have the Cream, which is called Grunge. How did that swatch? Pretty well actually. So that is the whole palette. It is grungy, it is dark, it is sexy. I'm trying, oh there we go, it's focused on my arm and not my face. What do we think? These shimmers down here are just insane, by the way. She always puts the most incredible shimmers in her palettes, and they are just stunning. So there's really dark shades, there's lots of medium, a few light. This brown is going to get smothered all over my eyes as a brown smoky eye. So that is the full palette swatched. My first time swatching it as well. Again, this colour here is so stunning. Haphazard. It's honestly, it's like dark purple but with these bright pink, peachy pink like shimmers in it. It's really nice. I like it a lot. My arm is really sore, can you tell? So that's the whole palette swatched. So what do you think of those swatches? Tell me down below. Anyway, we're going to jump into me putting it on my face, all the stuff, and then we will discuss at the end if I think the collection or parts of it are worth it or not. Okay, bye. I am primed with my Revlon Candid as always, and I also put a bit on my face because I looked really red and horrible, so admittedly. So we're going to take my Destroyed palette because I am a goblin with makeup, and I'm going to start off with, what did I even start off with? Couldn't tell you. Renegade, which is the matte black, not the cream one, because I don't feel like all over my lid it's actually good. I feel like it doesn't actually set down, but I will use it a little bit today. But all over my lid, I don't know if it's just like my eyes, what it is, maybe my base, maybe something is just not in agreement. I feel like it doesn't set down and it just creases. I like the cream shades in the last palette. I don't remember what it was called, the like motivational one, but This cream one doesn't seem to agree with me as well, but it's fine because look how pigmented and beautiful that black is. Did I press record? I did. I've not filmed in like a week, so I don't know what I'm doing. Stunning matte black. Absolutely no complaints about this. It's not the blackest black I've ever played with, but it's very good and I like it a lot. And then I'm gonna go in with the shade Hope. I hope this makeup turns out okay because I am in pain. A lot of pain. So this is just a nice regular deep brown. I need to say this now before, like, in case I forget. I don't feel like this is a grunge palette. I feel like this is a glam palette. It's just like lovely, dark, smoky, sultry tones. I don't feel like it's grungy. I feel like it's glam. It's like ABH, the wee sultry palette that they did. It reminds me of that in terms of the tones and what you can achieve with it. I'm sure you can do very grungy looks with it, but to me it strikes me as more of like a really glam, night out, fun, beautiful makeup palette. This brown blends with the black so beautifully. I'm using these What's Up beauty brushes, like a few of them, and they're just stunning by the way. Then I'm taking the shade Rise Up, which is a life-changing shade. In the pan it looks really boring and plain and I actually hadn't reached for it. I've been playing with this palette for a few days now for work and stuff because it has got a lot of neutrals in it, and I didn't touch this shade because I thought, oh, it looks really pale and kind of boring and nothingy, and it is the most stunning shade. Like this, oh, I just dipped in the wrong one. This shade completes my life. It blends out into my like pale skin just so perfectly. It's literally, this is the kind of colour I would just put all over my lids and have like a bronzy wash of colour. It's literally the most stunning colour in this palette, which is weird for me to say because it's a really pale like caramel brown, but there's something about the tone of it that I just adore so much. And it is very pigmented, like it's more, can you hear my tummy rumbling? It's more interesting on the eye than it looks in the pan. I'm just going back in with more of that Hope shade, dark brown. It's just the best shade for blending out this black. There's the lovely dark purple, but I didn't want to really bring the purpley tones into this because Huda always puts purples in her palettes, which I'm not really complaining about because I love purple, but I wanted to kind of steer away from the purples and just use the more neutrals today. This would be a lovely Christmas work night out kind of makeup. And then I also took a bit of this shade up here called Heroin just to blend around everything and just get rid of any harsh edges. Again, works so perfectly for this. All of these colours are just melting into each other. They are literally just disappearing in a very good way. Like in a very beautiful, easy to use way. I really like Huda's big palettes. I declutter all of the small palettes to people that I know would love them, and I keep pretty much all the big palettes because I adore them. The quality's better, don't know why. And then I'm just gonna go back and make sure all my colours are nice and dark. The brown called Hope. It's just an effortless colour scheme. All of these tones together. The other eye took me like 5 minutes to do. Like that's obviously an exaggeration, but it's so easy to work with and they blend into each other so beautifully. Almost to the point of sometimes it can look a little bit like you've not used as many shades of you as you've used, which is good and bad. Like I think it runs the risk of being a bit muddy if you're not careful. Like I felt like the first day I was trying to play with this and film with it, I was just getting muddy looks, but now I'm using different colours from that attempt. I feel like things are going better for me. Right, let's put the shimmer on. The shimmer is the shade Rebel. Well, it's Rebel. I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you this out of focus because I put my camera on like a different setting and it focuses really well now, but I don't know if it's catching it. I'm like a million different reflects with this like champagne base. It's the most stunning colour. It's the one I'm just totally drawn to in this palette. And should put that straight over my front of my eye, still a little bit tacky from my concealer base, and it's just sticking on it so beautifully. This is a very textured shadow, like it feels quite wet. I think it's one of Huda's most special shadows. She always puts really interesting textures into her big palettes, I feel, and this colour is just the titties. It is so stunning, and again I don't think it's picking up on camera quite how beautiful it is. I'm just letting it get a wee bit messy, and then I took, couldn't tell you what brush, this shade called Haphazard, which I usually don't like marbled colours, but when you mix it all together, it's just like a purple. So I'm fine with that. And I kind of popped that. Crap, I'm using a purple. Ha! I said I wasn't going to use any. Well, I did. Shoot me. Oops. I just thought it was nice in the outer corner. It just looked a bit nice. I took the colour Maverick beside Rebel. I'm just going to go Rebel. This is going on the inner corner. It doesn't want to pick up on a brush because it is quite a textured shadow as well. But I just like get a clump of it on a brush and then stick it on and then hope for the best. Okay. Then I took the cream shade called Grunge on a little angled brush. And this does serve pretty well as a nice base for a nice big chunky wing. I really need to learn to use the mirror that palettes come with because I'm always struggling to see in a mirror. Checking that on big and thick. Just the way we like it. And then I just took a teeny wee brush and went over with Renegade, which is the matte black, just to set it down and mattify it. I'm really sorry if you can hear my stomach. I don't know what is going on with my body. I feel like I'm falling apart physically. Not mentally though, so that's good. Huh? It's just a lovely base for that. I feel like I need a bit more. See this Rebel shade? It's got pink in it, gold, champagne, peach. It's just absolutely stunning. It's just better fingered on, like you're better just using your finger and not trying to pack it on with a brush because it just doesn't seem to want to stick with a brush. I didn't know I was American. And then also inside the PR was the kohl pencil. Good kohl pencil, definitely no complaints about it. However, I got sent a bunch of Rimmel Scandalized pencils a few weeks ago and I don't see the difference. Like, so I wouldn't run out and spend probably like £20 on a Huda pencil because it's really no different to like a drugstore one. So I wouldn't, yeah, they're good, but they're not gonna change your life. And then I did the wee Stacey Marie thing down here just because I think it adds a bit of interest to the look. It just makes it more exciting. Probably make that bigger once I clean up and stuff. That is pretty much the eye. I'm gonna go away and then I'll come back when we are going to try the blush, although I am very much thinking I want to do yellow peachy blush today, but we'll see. I might try it. Will I try it? I don't know. I don't think I actually want to use it. If I zoom out a bit, right? I've got concealer on my cheeks because I was really red and I wasn't liking how my face was looking. So the other item is the Pretty Grunge Glossy Blush. I'm actually going to use my Huda Beauty cream blush brush. These brushes are fantastic. So this is in the shade Punk Pink Pretty Grunge. And it looks, I thought it was a highlighter when I first saw it. And it's a clear, like pH kind of product. So if I put it on, it will change to pink. I don't think I'm going to do pink blush with this look. But like I said, I've got pretty much like a foundation-y base on right now. So I'm going to pick it up on this brush and just try it on. Oh my lord, that is pigmented. That is like neon pink on my skin. Can you see that? That is not going with this makeup look, I'm sorry. That is insane. I don't know if it's just my skin colour, that's why it's coming up this bright. That to me is like, it's a stunning colour, but it's not going to go with this look. And I don't know if I would actually reach for this product. I feel like, it doesn't feel oily or anything, but I don't think it's my kind of thing. I don't know. I would need to try this when I'm doing a look that would suit pink blush. So I might throw it in my drawer because I'm going to do a first impressions very, very soon. And I think I'll do an eye look that suits a pink blush to match it. But that is the colour of that on my skin. Over concealer. Like it's over a base, but yeah, it's not gonna go with this look, but it's fudge me. That is pink. That is pink. And I did not pick up a lot on my brush and it is still spreading like all over my face right now. So that's a weird product. I thought it was weird when I first saw it and I think it's even weirder now. I'm gonna clean up my fallout and then come back when I think we're just gonna do a lip, to be honest, because I don't think there's anything else really in this collection. Nah, just a lip that needs a review. So I'll go through my base on and I'll come back. See, if I wipe my face you can see I had concealer all over it because I was just feeling a bit self-conscious about my skin. Anyway, I'll be back. Fudge me, the palette is stunning. That blush was a little bit mental on me. I need to watch reviews and see it on other people. But on me, I'm not sure that was the look. Right, I'll be back. Okay, most of my makeup is done. In terms of lips, there is a black lip liner, which, I don't know, a black liquid lipstick and a grey lip gloss. The lip gloss is stunning. You would have seen the swatches at the beginning. I actually think I'm going to use deep brown. Oh, I don't know. I want it to be grungy, but I know I don't think I suit black lipstick. I'm very scared about this. I think I'm going to do brown as well. What one is this? Peaches and Cream shade Hotline. I know I'm massively going to overline them. I'm quite excited to have a black lip liner and a black liquid lipstick in my collection because I actually don't have any. I always end up using eyeliners. Okay, then I'm going to fill in the outer edges with the black. I just went outside the lines with black. Oh, brown. Snid it out. I don't know what I'm doing. You can probably tell. I think I need more black. I don't know if this is going to go well. And it's just lining in black next. I'm getting carried away. Who knows if this is going to be a bad idea or not. Probably. It's me. Okay, I want a pale nude in the middle to blend this in. Oh, actually that might be a really good shout. Act Natural from MAC. It's like a cool toned brown. Do you know what? Makeup washes off, doesn't it? So it doesn't really matter. I'm gonna try and blend it together though. Oh, I'm panicking. I'm gonna lose my job. Okay, but the piece de resistance is gonna be the grey lip gloss. So let's throw that on. Piss off. I don't know why I'm picking it on with a wand because it's just going to get it dirty, but can you see the vision? I don't know if I'm achieving it, but I can see the vision. It's the Butthole Lip 3000, you know? Oh wow. Okay, we're pretty much done. I put my lashes on, they're cheap. Pretty much everything on my face is Huda Beauty, to be honest, because I love a lot of Huda's base stuff. So I used the Glowish foundation, I used the new like baked powder, I used the loose powder, I used the bronzer, not the blush. Highlighter is also Rare Beauty. My brows are the palette, by the way. I don't even think I said that. I used it to fill in my brows. That is pretty much us done. This lip gloss feels spicy, by the way. I do feel a tingle. It's not a lot, it's not hugely uncomfortable, but it is definitely her tingly formula. You might not like it, you might. I don't know if it makes the lips actually look any bigger, but... Right, I'm just gonna finish off my faux freckles, which I wish I hadn't started because I don't actually think it's achieving anything. I don't think it looks good, but I have to finish now. And then I will give you my thoughts on what I think of the whole collection, but I will be back imminently. Okay, let's quick fire the collection because I've been talking too much and my list was just getting worse. I don't particularly love this, but I'm gonna try it properly in my like full face first impressions that I'm probably gonna film next. We'll try it and see what it actually looks like on the skin properly. But so far, I'm not sure about this. I think it's kind of a wild card, kind of weird product. The kohl pencil, really good, really nice. But again, there are cheaper, I think just as good ones out there that I would rather spend my money on. The lip liner, yes, if you need a black lip liner, Huda's lip liners are really, really good. They stay on all day, they're really nice. I've got a heap in my collection and I use them often. Black liquid lipstick, I'm gonna keep it, but mostly because I don't have one. I probably wouldn't go out and purchase this. If I'm doing a black lip, it's a very rare occasion and usually I would just use like an eyeliner, but it's cool to have. The lip gloss though, the grey Silk Balm, is incredible. I think it is so fun. The colour is so interesting. Again, over so many of my different lipsticks, I think it's gonna look fantastic. I wore it to work the other day and no one noticed I was wearing a grey lip gloss because it's quite like a sheer wash of just coolness and I just think it is fantastic. My battery's about to die. Okay, battery changed to the main event, which is the palette. I think in any collection a palette is always kind of the main event. I'm quite torn on this because first of all, I do think it's stunning, it's beautiful. I'm not going to declutter it. Quite often after I do first impressions I'll declutter stuff that I'm not that impressed with. I am impressed with it. I think it is lovely. There's some stunning shades in here. This, again, this Rise Up shade has my heart and soul. I'm going to use that every day as a transition shade. It is literally perfect. Also, I can use this for brows. I can use it for freckles. Like, this is a great all-round palette. The only thing that I'm like, is it's not that unique. I feel like I have pretty much all of these shades in my other neutral palettes. I've got a really small but like core collection of neutral palettes that I adore, like my Morphe 18CT, my Too Faced, a Kaleidos one. Like, I just love those palettes and I don't feel like this stands out amongst them. I don't feel like it is that unique, and if I hadn't been sent the collection, would I have bought this? Probably not, because I feel like I have 99% of these shades in my other palettes. These two shimmers down here are very, very, very special, and also this purple is just so it's just a tone I don't really have in my collection. I think seeing it in person is different to seeing it like on here, but saying that again, I'm not going to declutter it. I'm going to keep it forever probably, but it's just going to depend. Do you not have any of these colours? Do you collect Huda religiously that will make up your mind on buying it? I don't know if I would have bought it if I wasn't sent it, but I probably would if it was on sale, because I love her big palettes. I love the formulas. I just adore them. But looking at my collection, I do have my neutral palettes that I love and I gravitate towards, and this is just very expensive. I think they're usually about £60, £62, something like that. So would I have spent that? I'm not entirely sure, but I do think it's beautiful. I think it blends well. Quality wise, it's great. I love her big palettes, but it's just, is it that unique? I wouldn't say it is, but it does have some very unique shades in it. So yeah, that's my thoughts. I don't think I was very cohesive when it came to my palette thoughts, but my body's sore, so I feel like I can't make thoughts. But anyway, that is my first impressions review of the Huda Pretty Grunge collection palette. Make of that what you will. I am gonna piss off and have a nice cozy shower and then get into bed with my cats. It is only like 3 o'clock or something, but yeah, it's only 10 past 3. Anyway, thank you so much for being here and watching. I really, really appreciate it. If you do want to become a channel member, you get a wee badge beside your name, which is quite exciting. And you get to, like, depending on the tiers, you can pick what makeup I use, what videos I do, what I buy to try, and then also on the other tier there is options of member only videos. I'm going to do at least 1 per month, but I'm hoping to do at least 2 or 3 per month, and there's going to be vlogs, some lives, stuff like that scattered in there. We'll see. So if you want to join, there should be a button below my thing. Yeah, it's new to me. I just think it's going to be good having all of my stuff on one platform rather than on Patreon and on here. So yeah, I'm going to go now. Thank you so much for watching. Give it a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. Leave me a comment down below. Are you going to get this collection or not? Subscribe if you haven't already. And I'm going to piss off, and I'll catch you all on the flip side. Bye!